sprayers. Already over 1,000 have been ordered. You get 2 of them. This price is an expiring one, goes away at the end of our show, or end of our day, I should say. This is Chef Rick Roman.
Hello.
And we've had 2 colors sell out, sir.
Oh, wow.
So let's remind you about the colors that we do have remaining. And before I get started with colors, let me remind you, these are glass. This is the only glass or any kind of sprayer that we have at QVC.
That's correct.
All right. Each pull of this trigger dispenses a 1/4 teaspoon of whatever is inside.
That's right.
The only thing we request that you don't put inside is something that reverts to a solid like melted butter.
That's right.
That is the only thing that won't work in here. Oh, 3 colors sold out.
Yeah, the sage is gone now too.
Oh, sage is gone too. Okay. Now, we have this in the gray, fewer than 1,000. Here's the white, 600, and finally the red, 750. These are glass. They each have their little, well, not funnels, but they have little hoses inside.
Correct.
So they draw up what needs to be drawn up, and every pull of this trigger is a 1/4 teaspoon.
Yeah, so this head, it looks like an ordinary head, but this is a patented trigger head that actually compresses and atomizes the oil inside. So it allows you to take less oil and spread it over a larger area. So what does that mean? This is my best example here. So we have 2 trays of cauliflower. Here is oil. Now, there's a 1/4 teaspoon in there because I want you to try to cover that cauliflower. Now, you keep going. I'm going to start with mine. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 1½ teaspoons, a light, even coat.
There's half a teaspoon.
So you're using the traditional ways, pouring it, right? Notice how you're getting a lot of oil.
There's 3/4 teaspoon.
Yep, there you go. You're not even close.
Here's a whole teaspoon.
Yep.
And I haven't even begun to cover all that broccoli.
And notice how it pools, right? So you're putting puddles of oil in small areas. With our sprayer, you're literally misting it. So when you go to roast your vegetables, when you go to grill your vegetables, you have just the right amount of oil over a large area. So what does that mean?
There is 1½ teaspoons.
Yeah. I mean, look at how it's in a small area. So every time you try to coat food with oil, we're using excess amounts of oil. So we're wasting oil, excess calories. I mean, look how much oil you have to use just to coat one head of cauliflower.
Just one head of cauliflower.
And you can see it here, Dave. Every little nook and cranny of that cauliflower, when I spray this, gets a little bit of oil. Like if I pick this up just so you can see, look at this. Oh, no, sorry, I just turned it over. Look at how it's evenly coated.
But if you want to coat the underside and you want to turn all these over.
Oh, yeah. And it's instead of a heavy coat, you're getting a light coat. So you're dusting the food with the oil. Instead of using copious amounts of oil and wasting it, you're getting better flavor, less calories.
Little bits of oil.
Yeah. So what if you...
This is international for little bits.
Yeah. What if you want to do something like a caprese salad? So you said it's great for vinegars and oils. I have these for both cooking and for my high-end oils. So I just want to put 3/4 of a tablespoon of balsamic. And then instead of pouring the oil, I'm literally painting my food with 1 teaspoon, cover this entire platter evenly, so better flavor, less calories from fat, and less waste of oil. How about if you had a big side of salmon? This is what I love. You want to coat that with some seasoned oil, with some vinegar, you name it. Watch this. 1, 2, 3. Imagine trying to spread 3/4 of a teaspoon over that large of an area. You could not do it without the sprayer. This allows you to get that better coverage.
And these sprayers are glass.
Correct.
This is the only sprayer we have at QVC. Glass, plastic, stainless steel, or otherwise.
Yep.
It just happens to be glass, and it's going to be easier to clean.
Yep.
What if we wanted to do things like fries inside an air fryer?
Yeah, if you have an air fryer and you want to get a little extra crispy, and I want to add just a little bit of oil, well, guess what? I toss it around, and I only used a teaspoon, but notice how every French fry has just a little tiny coat of oil. Imagine trying to pour that out of a bottle and pour that oil. You cannot coat it without using a lot of oil. This way you use a little bit and get that great crispy result.
Shall you do a little garlic?
How about a little garlic bread? Again, instead of using butter, maybe you want to use olive oil. Now, I'm using this chili oil a lot because I want you to see it, but check this out. 1, 2, 3, 4. That entire piece of bread has a light coat of oil. That's 1 teaspoon. You could never spread the oil out of a bottle that way. This gives it that nice light coat, so it's nice and even.
1 3/4 teaspoons.
Yeah, so think it minimal oil, but then the entire piece of bread has a little bit of oil. That's what you want, that coverage. If you're grilling, this is my favorite grilling.
Please grill summer vegetables. They're so good.
This is, think about how many times you go to put oil, you're rubbing it with your hands, a brush. Well, now I can take a whole tray and just lightly coat it so every single piece gets a light dusting. So when you go to grill that, it's crispy, it's caramelized, it's not soaking all that oil up. You're not losing all the oil to the pan or into the bowl. You're putting it right on the food.
Now, the other night I ordered Chinese food. Yeah. I know. David ordered Chinese food. I ordered steamed chicken and broccoli.
Okay.
But I wanted a little soy sauce on there, so I used my sprayer so it wouldn't drown it in sodium.
So here we have a little bit of egg rolls up here, right? We didn't have the wonton snipe, but you just said it. So this is soy sauce. 1, 2, 3. So now I've sprayed a light coating. I don't know if the camera can catch it. You see how there's like little droplets of the soy sauce? So that soy is covering this without drowning it. So you get the flavor of the soy with minimal amounts. That's the coverage you can't get pouring it out of a bottle. If you want to do something like a salad, again, David, you want to coat an entire tray of salad, take your oil. Take your oil, 1, 2, 3, 4, we'll say 5. That's 1 1/4 teaspoons. I covered the whole salad. Now I take my balsamic, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 teaspoon of balsamic covered that entire plat. Oh, that's a great shot. You see how you can see all the oil and vinegar? Every little part of that cucumber, it's got just a tiny bit, so you get the flavor throughout.
So you get the flavor, but it's not drowning in the balsamic and in the olive oil. It could be avocado oil. It could be any kind of oil that is going to be your oil of choice. Now, maybe you're cooking with this.
Yeah, you don't want it. Those sprays that you buy in the store, they have chemicals, right? Well, maybe you take your favorite vegetable oil, 3/4 of a teaspoon. You can cover the bottom of the pan. That's why I say I have a lot of these bottles. I have regular cooking oil in one, so I use that every day at the stove. I have my expensive olive oil that I use to dress things like the caprese, and then I have my vinegar and soy sauces in the other. So they're at the ready. I don't have to open a bottle. It's almost like they're ready to go.
And they fit on the door of the fridge.
Yeah, you could just, exactly, right on the door of the fridge if you need to keep it cold. So now you're ready to spray and season. A lot of times when I reheat things in the microwave, I use my olive oil, I give it a little spritz. Now here's my last thing here. These are giant pieces of eggplant. Once again, if I wanted to cover this with oil, I'm able to cover with a 1/4 teaspoon, covers this whole piece of eggplant. So I go to grill it.
1,500 of these sets have been ordered. That's about half our quantity. And if what we have left is the gray, 700, the white, 450, and the red. About 500 left in the red. This price and easy pay will go away at the end of the day today. That's about 2 hours from now.
Ooh, that's not a lot of time.
Not a lot of time. If you missed anything in the show, you can shop backwards and shop items previously on air by going to our QVC mobile app or going to QVC.com. It's a quick and easy way for you to do it. That is going to wrap up my time together, but Jane Tracy is up